Hello, Jesse is back. Jesse is here to talk about Path of Exile, closing thoughts on the league. I just now, about 10 minutes ago, finished the final challenge that I needed to unlock the MTX. Um, so I'm at 38 out of 40 challenges, which means that I unlocked the prismatic character effect was the last one. There's also the Archnemesis wings, fire character effect, lightning character effect. We can go through these real quick. I already tried the lightning. If you look closely, you can see there's lightning coming behind my character here. We can pop over to fire. There's fire right there. Looks pretty cool, pretty cool. And then we got prismatic. Yeah, pretty cool. This is kind of a new MTX type, I think. At least I hadn't seen it before, so glad to unlock all that stuff, obviously. And then finally the Archnemesis wings. Yeah, so these are pretty cool as well. They're big, fiery, scary. I don't know what you call that, but anyways, as some of you know, MTX is fun, skin to win. Your hideout and your character appearance is the real end game. Who cares about making currency? All that to be said, this league was pretty fun for me. I mean, Archnemesis, I thought it was a good league. I thought the game balance was really good. I thought the new bosses were very good. Really, honestly, like, big ups from me. Kudos. I started to slow down pretty hard, as I usually do, after the first couple weeks. I would say the first 3 weeks. And the main reason is because I put a lot of time and money into Glacial Hammer build, which those of you who know the game know that the melee builds, strike skills that are not like lightning strike, ranged skills are very, very bad right now. They're just in a bad state. Fortify is in a bad state. Really, the whole bottom left side of the tree is really, really bad unless you're using General's Cry. It's just not, they're not strong builds. And then same with the mana builds. I also made a video about how mana builds are hard to play. So I think the game balance is always, there's always going to be some sensitive areas and some weaknesses there. But I think overall, big picture, very, very good league. Really a lot of options. Still a lot of build diversity, despite me being frustrated at Glacial Hammer to such an extent that I almost quit the league outright. I did push through just to get these last 38 challenges. The challenges were pretty solid, not too difficult, not too time consuming. I'm excited. I'm excited about playing this type of league again with the new Atlas passives, the Atlas rework, and the new bosses. I'm very excited about the prospect of a restart. Certainly already have some ideas spinning around my head for what I'm going to invest a lot of time into next league. At this point in the league, because it's kind of quote-unquote dead, I'm probably not going to play anymore. I think I'm just going to close it out. I'm donezo. Probably going to play the Diablo 3 reset starting this Friday, and then again the Diablo 2 Resurrected reset starting at the end of the month. And then I believe this Path of Exile league will reset with a new league probably sometime in May. But yeah, overall, I mean, I was pleased. The Archnemesis mechanic itself, the league mechanic, a lot of people really didn't use it and didn't try it. I actually used it quite a bit. I played with it quite a bit. A lot of people, because of this new, massive Atlas tree, people found extremely profitable strategies that had nothing to do with the newest league mechanic. So they basically disregarded Archnemesis entirely. But I found it to be entertaining, even though it was a little bit clunky at first. And I also made a decent amount of money off it. I mean, I recorded a video of some Exalt drops from the Innocence Touch recipes. But all that to be said, I don't expect that to be... They may keep it, they may not. I'm not entirely sure, but it was pretty solid. But I'm just excited about the new Atlas tree. And as far as general balance things, I mean, I'm just going to throw this out there. I think that fixing the bottom left, specifically slams. This whole area in the tree is really garbage right now. Slams are terrible, terrible. And especially, I mean, they're just a joke in the end game stuff. I mean, you can get away with doing slams in maps; it'll just be slow. But you just can't do it in invitations at all. Ever since they cut the more multiplier, um, it just is not worth it. The extra points you need to invest is not worth it. And then the same with the mana builds. I talked about this already, but all the extra nodes in the tree are not really worth it. So I would like to see buffs and updates to some of the weaker ascendancies. A lot of people have already talked about how the Juggernaut is really just an accuracy stacker. People have talked about how Trickster is in a rough state. So yeah, I mean, hopefully we'll see some little changes here and there to the ascendancies that'll update balance a bit. And I do hope that they try to figure out the 4 to 5 balance, because I think right now that's kind of in a weird spot. But as far as nerfs go, I do think Omniscience deserves a nerf. I'm really sorry for the Omniscience players who love it. I think it warrants a nerf. I also think that Melding of the Flesh, Aegis Aurora, plus defensive auras shouldn't be mandatory for, Wave 30 Simulacrum. Like, I feel like it's such a pigeonholed, shoe-in, like, this is how you survive type of thing. And I just feel like it feels like the options are limited. And it feels like you basically have to get a Melding of the Flesh. You have to have a certain amount of max resistances and that block in order to do anything, really. You can't get away with this bottom left side of the tree. You can't just have a 200% increased life, for example, which used to be a pretty viable way to survive, is just have a lot of life. That no longer is viable, and it feels bad. It feels bad for the people down here who are struggling. So anyways, that's about it for me for this video. Overall, good league. I'm definitely going to be playing the next one. So, Path of Exile fans, see you later.